Have you ever eaten just one slice of bread and felt tired an hour later? Or maybe a bowl of rice that left you hungrier than before? Here's the surprising truth. You can eat bread, rice, and even potatoes without sending your blood sugar on a roller coaster. Yes, really. Stay with me because today I'll show you how to enjoy your favorite carbs and still keep your energy and metabolism steady. Welcome back to Woman Healthy Tips, your space for real, science-backed strategies to balance your hormones, manage weight, and live with vibrant energy every day. If you've been told to cut out carbs to stay healthy, this video will change how you think about food. We're diving deep into how to eat bread, rice, and potatoes the smart way without the sugar crashes or cravings. Ready? Let's get into it. When we talk about eating bread, rice, or potatoes without blood sugar spikes, it all begins with understanding the simple yet powerful order in which you eat your food. Many people think the only way to control their blood sugar is to eliminate carbs, but science says something different. The way you sequence your meals has an incredible impact on how your body reacts. Picture this. You sit down at a restaurant and the waiter brings out warm bread. You're hungry, so you grab a piece, dip it in butter, and eat it right away. It feels comforting, but what happens next inside your body? Your blood sugar begins to rise rapidly. The glucose from that bread enters your bloodstream quickly, insulin spikes to bring it down, and in a short time, you feel tired or crave something sweet again. That's not a lack of willpower, it's biology at work. Now imagine the same situation, but you do one thing differently. Before the bread, you start your meal with a plate of salad, some olive oil, maybe a small serving of protein like grilled chicken or beans. Suddenly, the game changes. The fiber in your vegetables and the protein in your food form a gentle layer in your stomach that slows the digestion of carbs. The glucose from your bread now enters your bloodstream gradually instead of rushing in. You stay full longer, you avoid the crash, and your body handles the meal smoothly. This one shift, eating vegetables and protein before carbs can lower blood sugar spikes by up to 40%, according to several nutrition studies. It's like giving your body time to prepare, setting up a protective barrier so the carbs don't hit too hard. This technique isn't about restriction or rules. It's about respect for your body's natural rhythm. When you change the order, you don't have to fear carbs. You're taking charge instead of letting your blood sugar control you. For so many women, this one change can make meals feel empowering again. It helps balance energy, reduces hunger, and even supports healthy weight loss without cutting out food groups. You still get to enjoy your favorite rice dish, your morning toast, or your baked potatoes, but your body feels calm afterward instead of exhausted. Think of it like this. If your body were a car, carbs are the fuel, but you wouldn't pour gasoline into an engine before it's ready to use it, right? You'd warm up the system. That's what fiber and protein do. They prepare your body for fuel so it can burn it efficiently, not store it. So the next time you eat, start with a handful of vegetables, a boiled egg, or a few bites of your protein first. Make it a habit, not a rule. Over time, you'll notice fewer cravings, fewer crashes, and more stable energy throughout the day. The key isn't deprivation, it's timing and awareness. Now, let's talk about the second secret, the kind of carbs you choose. Because not all carbs act the same inside your body. Some are fast burning like a flash fire, while others are slow and steady like glowing embers that last for hours. When you eat white bread, instant rice, or mashed potatoes, they digest almost instantly. They send glucose rushing into your bloodstream and trigger a sharp insulin spike. That's why you feel good for a short while and then suddenly tired or hungry again. It's a sugar roller coaster and your body struggles to keep up. But if you swap those for whole grain bread, basmati rice, or cooked potatoes, something completely different happens. These are what we call low glycemic carbs. They break down slowly, releasing energy at a steady pace. You stay full, focused, and your blood sugar stays stable. Here's where it gets even more fascinating. When you cook and then cool certain carbs like rice or potatoes, they form something called a resistant starch. Resistant starch acts like fiber. It doesn't get digested in your small intestine, so it doesn't raise blood sugar the same way. Instead, it feeds your good gut bacteria, supports digestion, and even improves insulin sensitivity. Imagine making rice for dinner and saving some for lunch the next day. That simple cooling step actually changes its structure, turning it into a healthier carb. When you eat it later, your body processes it differently, less sugar spike, more sustained energy. The same goes for potatoes. Boil them, cool them in the fridge, and eat them the next day as a salad or side dish. You've just created a meal that nourishes your body and stabilizes your glucose naturally. Choosing the right carbs doesn't mean cutting out comfort foods. It means upgrading them. It's like trading a quick fix for long-lasting power. Think of how you feel after a big plate of white rice, sleepy, heavy, maybe craving dessert. Now compare that to how you feel after eating brown rice or lentils. Steady, satisfied, light. That's your body thanking you for choosing the slow fuel. Science shows that fiber-rich, minimally processed carbs not only regulate blood sugar, but also improve gut health and hormone balance. For women, this is especially important because hormones and blood sugar are deeply connected. When your glucose levels swing up and down all day, your mood, cravings, and even your sleep can be affected. But when you eat smart carbs, whole grains, sweet potatoes, legumes, you build stability from the inside out. So the next time you look at your plate, ask yourself, is this carb going to fuel me steadily or make me crash later? It's not about fear. It's about being intentional. You deserve meals that keep you energized, not drained. Phew. You deserve to enjoy your bread, your rice, your potatoes, but in a way that honors your body's needs. You're not giving anything up. You're just choosing differently. Every small choice adds up. Replacing white rice with basmati, cooling your potatoes before eating them, choosing whole grain bread instead of white. All these tiny habits reshape your metabolism. They teach your body to use carbs wisely, not fear them. The beauty of it is that this approach fits any lifestyle. Whether you're cooking for your family, eating out, or managing your health, these changes are simple, natural, and sustainable. You're not fighting your body. You're working with it. That's the essence of true health, harmony, not restriction. When you start your meals right and choose carbs that support you, you'll see that balance isn't about avoiding food. It's about understanding it. Carbs aren't the enemy. They're energy, strength, and satisfaction when eaten wisely. When you nourish your body with awareness, your body responds with gratitude, steady energy, balanced mood, and renewed vitality. You're in control, and your plate becomes a source of power, not guilt. Healthy fats are often misunderstood. For years, we were told to fear them, to avoid oils, butter, nuts, and avocado, as if they were the reason behind weight gain or poor health. But now, science has flipped that old idea upside down. Healthy fats are not the enemy. They are one of your most powerful tools to balance blood sugar and sustain energy, especially when eating carbs like bread, rice, or potatoes. Think of healthy fats as your body's natural slow-down button. When you eat a piece of bread by itself, your blood sugar rises fast. But when you eat that same bread with a layer of peanut butter or a slice of avocado, everything changes. The fat forms a slow digesting layer in your stomach, slowing how quickly glucose gets released into your bloodstream. The result? A steady, calm energy instead of that quick rise and fall that leaves you tired or craving more sugar. Imagine you're having breakfast, 2 slices of toast. If you eat them plain, you'll probably feel hungry again in an hour. But if you add some almond butter or top them with eggs and a drizzle of olive oil, you'll stay full for hours. You've turned a fast-burning carb into a balanced meal that fuels your body evenly. That's the magic of combining carbs with fats. It's not just about taste, it's about chemistry. Healthy fats signal your body to slow digestion, and when digestion slows, insulin spikes drop and energy becomes more stable. There's also something deeply satisfying about meals that include fats. Your brain recognizes them as nourishment, as a sign that you've eaten something complete. That's why low-fat meals often leave you unsatisfied. Your mind keeps searching for something else to fill the gap. When you eat healthy fats, you tell your body, we're nourished, we're safe, we can relax. You eat less overall, yet feel more satisfied. That's a powerful tool for anyone trying to manage hunger and cravings. You don't need a complicated plan to do this. A few easy swaps can make all the difference. Drizzle olive oil over your rice or salad. Add avocado slices to your sandwich. Sprinkle chia seeds or flax seeds over your oatmeal. Snack on a few nuts with fruit. Each of these tiny habits stabilizes your blood sugar naturally. The secret isn't removing foods, it's pairing them with balance. Healthy fats also protect your hormones. Women in particular need fats for hormonal health, brain function, and glowing skin. When you deprive your body of fats, your hormones can go off balance, and that can lead to fatigue, mood swings, and even sugar cravings. Including omega-3s from fish, flax, and walnuts helps regulate inflammation, supports metabolism, and promotes mental clarity. So instead of fearing fats, welcome them as the allies they are. They help your body thrive and your blood sugar stay steady. Think of healthy fats like the brakes on a car. Without brakes, the ride is wild. You accelerate too fast and crash quickly. Fats give you control. They turn your carb meals into smooth, steady energy that lasts. Once you experience this stability, you'll start noticing how your focus, mood, and energy all improve. The difference is real and it's empowering. Now let's talk about something just as important, portion and timing. You can eat the healthiest food in the world, but if you overload your body at the wrong time, your blood sugar will still swing. The truth is, your body is always managing energy balance. During the day, your metabolism is active. Your muscles are using glucose, and your cells are burning fuel efficiently. But late at night, when your body starts to slow down, eating a big plate of rice or bread can overwhelm your system. Your body doesn't need all that quick energy before sleep, so it stores the extra glucose as fat. That's why eating heavy carb meals late in the evening can make you feel bloated, sluggish, or restless. The goal isn't to avoid carbs at night forever. It's to understand how timing affects your body. If you love having rice or potatoes for dinner, balance them with protein and vegetables, and try to eat at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. Give your body time to digest and use the fuel. You'll sleep better and wake up lighter, not heavy or puffy. Portion control is another hidden superpower for blood sugar balance. It's not about eating tiny meals. It's about eating the right amount for your body's needs. For example, a serving of rice doesn't have to cover half your plate. Try filling half with colorful vegetables, a quarter with protein, and smaller portion with your favorite carb. That simple shift reduces glucose load while keeping your plate full and satisfying. If you tend to crave large portions of carbs, ask yourself if you've included enough fat or protein earlier in the meal. Many times, cravings are just signals from your body asking for balance. When you eat balanced portions, you start to notice your body calming down. You're not stuffed, but you're deeply satisfied. You don't crave snacks an hour later. That's how you know your blood sugar is working with you, not against you. Another powerful way to manage blood sugar is to plan your biggest carb meals when your body can use the energy, like after physical activity or earlier in the day. When you eat carbs after a walk, workout, or even household chores, your muscles are ready to absorb that glucose for fuel instead of storing it as fat. That's why breakfast or lunch are often better times for carb-heavy meals. You're feeding an active metabolism instead of a resting one. Think about your daily rhythm as a partnership with your body. Give it what it needs when it can use it best. That's real self-care. It's not punishment or deprivation. It's awareness. When you respect your body's natural energy flow, it rewards you with better focus, steady energy, and a sense of control. Portion and timing are about balance, not limits. You can still enjoy your favorite foods. You're just learning to eat them with intention. A smaller portion of rice with vegetables and healthy fats will nourish you more than a big plate of plain rice that leaves you tired. When you make these small adjustments, your body begins to trust you again. It knows you'll give it what it needs. Not too much, not too much, not too little. The beauty of this approach is that it's sustainable. You don't have to count calories or fear meals. You learn to listen to your hunger cues, understand your body's rhythm, and make food choices that energize you instead of draining you. Healthy fats, balanced portions, and mindful timing turn eating into an act of empowerment. You begin to see food as a friend, not a threat. You start to feel light, focused, and alive after meals instead of weighed down. That's the kind of balance every woman deserves. Steady energy, stable blood sugar, and a deep sense of peace with food. One of the simplest and most powerful habits you can build for better blood sugar control is walking after you eat. It sounds too easy to be true, but science shows that just 10 minutes of light movement after a meal can lower your post-meal blood sugar levels dramatically. When you eat, your body breaks down carbohydrates into glucose, which enters your bloodstream to give you energy. If that glucose isn't used, it builds up in your blood, and your insulin has to work harder to bring it down. But when you move, even a gentle walk, your muscles begin to use that glucose immediately as fuel. It's like opening a door that allows sugar to flow out of the bloodstream and into your cells where it belongs. The result is more stable energy, fewer sugar spikes, and a calmer, more balanced body. Think about what most of us do after a big meal. We sit on the couch, scroll our phones, or go straight to bed. That's when glucose levels peak, because your body has no way to use the fuel you just gave it. The simple act of walking shifts that story completely. You don't need a gym, special shoes, or fancy equipment. Just 10 minutes around your house, down your street, or even walking in place can make a visible difference. It's small, but it's mighty. It helps your body function the way it was designed to, in motion, not stagnation. Imagine finishing dinner and heading outside for a short stroll under the evening sky. The air feels fresh, your body relaxes, your mind clears. You're not just walking off your meal, you're helping your metabolism work smarter. You're teaching your body to use glucose as energy instead of storing it. This one habit can transform how you feel after meals. No more heavy, sluggish feeling. No more post-dinner energy crash. Your digestion improves, your sleep gets better, and over time, you start to feel lighter and more energetic throughout the day. Movement is medicine. Even small amounts make a big difference. Studies show that walking for just 3 minutes every half hour can keep blood sugar in check throughout the day. If you work at a desk or sit for long periods, standing up and walking around after meals or between tasks can help your metabolism stay active. You don't need to run or sweat. Slow, consistent movement is enough. It's the rhythm of motion that helps your body use food efficiently. Think of walking as a signal to your body that says, let's use this energy now. It's like flipping a switch that tells your muscles, a time to work. The more often you do it, the more responsive your body becomes. Over time, your cells become more sensitive to insulin, meaning your body can manage sugar more easily. It's not just about lowering blood sugar today, it's about training your body for long-term stability. So after your next meal, take those few minutes to move. Walk in your living room, stretch, tidy up the kitchen, or take the stairs. Don't think of it as exercise. Think of it as balance in motion. Every step you take after eating brings your blood sugar closer to harmony. It's an act of self-care that costs nothing and gives everything: energy, clarity, and control. Now let's talk about something equally vital: not eating carbs alone. When you eat bread, rice, or potatoes by themselves, your body absorbs the glucose quickly, causing a sharp spike in blood sugar. It's like sending pure sugar straight into your bloodstream without any breaks. But when you combine those same carbs with protein and healthy fats, everything changes. The digestion process slows down, glucose enters gradually, and your blood sugar stays steady. This combination is what nutritionists call balanced eating. Think of carbs as the energy, protein as the structure, and fat as the stability. When you eat all three together, you create a perfect balance. For example, instead of eating plain rice, add lentils or beans for protein and drizzle a little olive oil for healthy fat. Instead of eating bread alone, have it with an egg, hummus, or a slice of cheese. Instead of eating a plain baked potato, top it with Greek yogurt or cottage cheese. These small pairings change everything. You still enjoy your favorite foods, but now they fuel your body instead of draining it. When you eat balanced meals, your body stays full longer, your energy remains steady, and your mind feels clearer. You no longer experience that mid-afternoon slump or those sudden cravings for something sweet. You're training your body to use food efficiently, not reactively. The more you practice this, the more consistent your energy becomes throughout the day. Your blood sugar is like a wave. It will always rise and fall, but the goal is to keep it gentle, not spiking high and crashing low. Pairing your carbs with protein and fat helps flatten that wave. This balance supports your hormones, your mood, and your metabolism. It's especially powerful for women because stable blood sugar helps keep cortisol and insulin, two major hormones, in balance. When those are stable, it becomes easier to maintain a healthy weight, sleep well, and feel emotionally balanced. It's not about avoiding carbs or fearing them. It's about giving them company. protein and fat that help them digest slowly and feed your body evenly. Carbs alone are like fuel poured on a flame, quick and intense. Carbs with protein and fat are like a slow burning candle, steady and lasting. Once you experience that steady energy, you'll never want to go back to eating plain carbs again. Food synergy is real. Every element on your plate plays a role in how your body feels after you eat. Think of it as teamwork inside your body. When carbs, proteins, and fats work together, your digestion is smoother, your energy is balanced, and your body feels at peace. The more balanced your meals, the more balanced you feel emotionally too. You don't have to overthink it. Just start with simple steps. Never eat bread, rice, or potatoes alone. Always add something with protein or fat. Turn your toast into a mini meal by adding nut butter or avocado. Turn your rice into a power bowl with vegetables, beans, and olive oil. Turn your potatoes into a balanced dish with yogurt or eggs. These are simple, delicious ways to make your meals work for you, not against you. Your body is incredibly intelligent. When you give it the right combinations, it rewards you with energy, focus, and balance. Eating carbs isn't a mistake. Eating them alone is. Balance your plate, listen to your body, and notice how your energy stabilizes and your cravings fade away. Every meal becomes an opportunity to nourish yourself, not just fill your stomach. You're not just managing blood sugar, you're mastering your energy, your mood, and your power. When you start walking after meals and pairing your carbs wisely, you'll realize something powerful. You don't need extreme diets or fear to stay healthy. You just need awareness and simple habits that align with your body's natural rhythm. Every step you take, every balanced plate you create, brings you closer to lasting health. You'll feel more in control, more alive, and more confident in your choices. That's the beauty of true nourishment. It empowers, it uplifts, and it gives you back the energy to live your life fully.